finish against the bigger guys, and he made it look easy that time.
And for the Hawks, they're shooting it from their comfort. So far in this one, 57% from the field.
Okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going for your very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been training everything they've put up this month. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
And really, the basketball IQ has just evolved. They always find good looks.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. .127 left in the first. Dishes it to Bazemore. Picked by Humphries. Schroeder kicks to Meeks. Passes it to Schroeder. 6 to shoot. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
There's a minute left to play in the first quarter. Sinks it. And the shot from D.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And Bazemore kicks to Humphries. Schroeder with the ball. His last outing, he had 8 points. Humphries, no good. And here's Ennis. He kicks to Cramp. Plumlee with the screen. The feed to Ennis. Portland needs to get off a shot. Off the pick. And again, it's Portland converting.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Schroeder up top. No good with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Thanks again for joining us, and welcome back to our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
You can tell the point of emphasis has been to get to the offensive glass.
Yep, and they've set the tone here early with the hustle they've come out with.
Atlanta's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. D out there with Jared Dudley. And it's Davis in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Nets really lit up the floor. He had 52 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. Just numbers that really jump out at you in a box score.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Here's Lillard. Following the basket by Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap with the rebound. Lillard against Teague. He feeds it to Millsap. Picked by Horford. Lillard against Teague. 6 to shoot. Back to Millsap. Shoots from the high post. The rebound by D. Portland leading. Lillard, the pass to Davis. Good. Davis has got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Teague. 11 points for him in that last game against New York.
And how about how opportunistic he was defensively? Steal after steal for him in that game just showed the quickness of his hands and anticipation.
D passes to Dudley. Lillard outside. And the pass to D. Back to Lillard. With the teardrop, here's McCollum. Bounces high off the rim and drops. McCollum's got his first bucket in this one.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
So it's the Hawks now. The Blazers getting the bucket. Outside Teague. He dishes it to Millsap. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got his 7th assist in the game.
And now, the Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Check out the numbers for Millsap. This last month, he's been positively spectacular, putting up about 18 points per 8 rebounds. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
And when you look at those rebounds, they have a cumulative effect on the opponent. His effort wears them down physically and mentally.
And the Hawks making a change. Here, Cephalosha's checked in, and Portland with a change here too. Aminu's checked in. Davis with a screen on Teague, and Lillard kicks to Davis. Good, great play by Lillard to set it up. And that's now 8 points for Ed Davis.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
Yeah, that's a winning formula as far as I'm concerned. They've been the aggressors and far more assertive on the offensive end. And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Lillard against Teague. Aminu. And that one's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Here's Horford. Al Farouk Amino picked out that last basket. Pass to Horford. Kicks it to Horford. Now here is Cephalosha. He's covered by Aminu. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Teague can't hit. Portland leading by 3 to the left wing. A 3 from McCollum, and he gets it to go. McCollum's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Moniunas is checked in for D. Completely new group on the floor. Portland's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. Here's Ennis, and the lead now, double digits on that bucket. We've got 1:48 left in the second quarter. Pass to Scott. Here's the screen. Here's Bazemore. His last outing, he had 8 points. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. And Atlanta has possession. It's a 10-point game.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Excellent team play there on the pick, and then he rips it down.
And here are the Trailblazers now. Here's D, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. 1:03 left to play in the first half. Now Schroeder. Tipped away. Plumlee with the steal. 3-on-3. Here's D. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Scott. Portland's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. Plumlee with the screen. Here's D. Kept alive. The shot's good from Plumlee. Plumlee's got 5 points in the quarter.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Bazemore. 12 points for him. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Scott. Scott missing again. And so that's the end of the first half. Trailblazers lead by 11. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Damian, a great first half for you. Plenty of intensity out there. For someone as friendly and charismatic off the court as you are, what gives you the ability to bring such intensity and competitiveness to your game the moment you step between the lines each night?
I think it's just the Oakland in me, really. I'm sure a lot of people know about the past, the Oakland point guards with Gary Payton, Brian Shaw, and Jason Kidd. And once you get on the court, it's time to compete. Off the court, I was raised to be a good person, high character person, but on the court, in between those lines, everything is out the window. It's time to win.
Damian, thank you. Guys, anytime the glove comes up in conversation, we're happy about it.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
All right, guys, focus on me. We got them where we want them, and we can quiet these fans down even more if we pay attention to a couple of key things. Our shot selection couldn't have been better. That's the first thing I'll say. I want to see the same patience and decision-making in the second half. If there was a real positive to be found, it was in transition. We made some really quick, sharp outlet passes and got some easy buckets on the break. That's where they might be most vulnerable. And let's keep the pace deliberate when we start this half. I want to see us get settled in, not trying to do too much too soon. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for D. He has 20 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
The Hawks trail by 11. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Cephalosha in at the small forward position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. And that one's good. And that's 21 points for Paul Millsap.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in the hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Now here's Lillard. Passes to D. Puts up a three. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Hawks shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. Inside, here's Teague. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
That's his first
And here is our 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's toughest defensive teams over the course of the last 10 games. Number 1, the Trailblazers.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws. Now here's McCollum. The pass to D. From the high post. And Portland again with the bucket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail Blazers as they go up against the Miami Heat. Looking at Miami, these guys are playing good basketball with 7 wins in their last 10 games, and they like their chances tonight. And as we take a few moments here, Shaq, the term basketball IQ is constantly thrown around these days. What exactly is meant by that? Because I don't have it.
Ernie, I have
basketball
no
IQ.
idea. You know, you can be smarter than me if you want to. You can be a Rhodes Scholar, but you know what I will do to you. Doesn't necessarily mean you make good decisions on the basketball court. Basketball IQ, that term is overrated.
Maybe
Ernie.
Kenny has an answer to this one.
Well, I think most people, when they first hear about it, they're talking about seeing the floor, having the ability to operate in the flow of the game and understand the time and score relationship. That's what a basketball IQ is. Like not taking a three-point shot with 24 seconds on the shot clock when you're up 9.
Not fouling a jump shoot.
Yeah.
At power forward, 7 feet, number 16, Donatas Motiejunas. Starting at center, standing 6'11", number 24, Mason Plumlee. Starting at shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 3, CJ McCollum. At guard, 6'3" from Weber State, wearing number 0, Damian Lillard. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 4, Freak. The head coach for your home team is Terry Stotts. Once again, your Portland Trailblazers.
We are live in Portland as the Trailblazers are about to go into this interconference contest. And for the Heat right now, they're focused on getting off to a good start on this road trip. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
And during this streak, guys, one thing you can see on this team is that everybody's role is clearly defined. Every player knows exactly what's expected of them. All the pieces seem to be fitting together perfectly.
Yep, and there isn't a more confident team in the NBA right now. Believe me, none of the guys on that team think this winning streak has happened by accident.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Miami, Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. Josh McRoberts out there with Whiteside, and it's Dragic into the point. Here's Lillard. Soft touch off the glass. Lillard's got the first points up on the board here for the Trailblazers. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Wade outside. Back to Whiteside. He dishes it to Dang. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Dragic. Can't get it to go. Plumlee with some nice D. Looking at Miami, they took their win in their last game against the Magic.
And were able to overcome what was a really poor shooting night. And you're not going to be able to win with a percentage as low as theirs that often unless you defend.
No style points earned for sure, Greg, in that game. But they did hit the big shots when they needed them. And oftentimes it's not what you do as much as when you do it.
Whiteside, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
Well, guys, in terms of their focus coming into this one, he said he's expecting their defense, especially on the interior, to be vital. He said we can protect the rim with our shot blocking. Of course, we'd prefer to keep them outside the paint, but that capability to deny finishes certainly could come in handy tonight. Kevin, we'll see if he's right.
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That's a mantra we're going to hear, I think, a lot from coaches. Defense first.
You know, we always do, but it really rings true with this group. When they get all 5 guys keyed in at the defensive end, I think they make things very difficult for the opponent.
Yeah, and I think every single possession is going to be a battle in this one. That's what I'm expecting anyway.
Here's Monty Eunice. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. Monty Eunice passes to Plumlee and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Portland shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
2 shots.
No good on that one. That one misses. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.